Hey Libras, and welcome to your June 2017 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky, and I'm here to help guide you through a potentially dark and treacherous June, or a potentially really fabulous, bright, illuminated June. It's up to you, Libras. You guys have been doing really good over the past few months, at least from what I've seen of you. The Libras that I've talked to have been very much on a pedestal or experiencing some part of life that gives them some kind of fulfillment, okay? And I've been able to tell through that momentum that some Libras were also kind of setting themselves up to fall hard, and I think that that might be where some of you are in June. I don't see it as something that surprises you or something that comes out of nowhere. A lot of people kind of freak out when they see the Ten of Swords in their reading, and I always talk about how that isn't surprising or very unexpected. Now, you can kind of wake up and smell the coffee and feel like that's unexpected, but once you sink your teeth into it, you realize how it's been inevitable and how it was kind of a long time coming. All right. You guys are having a powerful shift of self. You're having a powerful new expression of self, and it's just something that powerfully gives you the ability to set your own momentum better. Codependent relationships have been such a theme for Libra. I would say since like 2 years ago, and really ever since like Saturn was in Libra, which has been like 6 or 7 years ago, I feel that back then is when a lot of this momentum really got set. Then I think you kind of got past it a little bit, and now you're facing more reverberations from that period of time. It could be that somebody reaches out to you from that period of time and gives you closure. In a way, Ten of Swords can represent closure, or it can represent lack of closure. It's really good to be able to let go versus holding on to something that can't give you power anymore, or maybe power is not the right word. Holding on to something that can't give you fulfillment anymore. Again, let's not cross-contaminate fulfillment and power, but you guys catch my drift. You guys have a lot of potential in June to really up your financial status. King of Pentacles in your reading represents potentially attracting a new partner for the single Libras who is more financially stable. For the Libras who are married or coupled, it represents an upward mobility present in your relationship. So new jobs, new employment can come with easy promotion and easy upward movement. But you have to be able to address the codependent nature of the way that you relate to and the way that other people relate to you. You have Six of Pentacles in your reading, which represents a compromise or a give and take that needs to happen. Otherwise, you're left kind of either leading somebody on or being led on by somebody in some way. You guys are also maybe struggling with a bit of a self-esteem issue. You have the Empress reversed in your reading, and I feel that it stems from secrets or lies from the past that you experience in a codependent relationship. I feel like having the Moon in your reading as well. You have 3 major arcana cards. You have Strength, the Empress, and the Moon. So that all combines together to tell me that ultimately you get stronger from facing the lies and understanding reality, even if you can't know all the details. Just accepting what is now and moving forward gives you the strength to gracefully and infinitely, in the way of the Strength Major Arcana card, navigate your way through this time. All in all, Libra, again, it's shaping yourself. It's shaping your understanding of yourself. The High Priestess reversed is your central theme, which means you've been trying for a really long time to get here. You've come to this point many, many times before, and you may have felt like you couldn't surpass it, or you couldn't get to the crux of the issue. But in June, you'll face it in a new way, and perhaps through closure or through some kind of distinct ending that you create for yourself or somebody creates for you, you'll come back to that place, and I feel you'll have the formula to get to it. And I'm going to go ahead and look at this from the week to week to understand maybe more of what that formula is. Week number 1, Page of Pentacles, rooted down by Strength. You are getting stronger financially, regardless. Even if some of you have taken hits, because Ten of Swords can sometimes represent debt or represent crippling debt. So it's all in good stride, though. It seems like you're making new budgeting parameters for yourself. Some of you who don't have debt, that might just be happening in the emotional or relational aspect, or it could be a little bit of a mixture of both. There is a connection to debt and relationship trauma. I've noticed this in people. So maybe looking at that, looking at the way that you philosophize money, the way that you feel that you spend during emotional times, that can be very integral to your happiness in relationships as well. But in the first week, you're getting stronger with your budget. You might make a little bit more starting in the first week of June. It's not going to be anything gigantic, but it's going to be something that allows you to maybe have more than you need in a small way. Out of the money side of things, I feel that you are getting stronger from the smaller connections that you have in life. The more casual, lighthearted, potentially platonic relationships that exist in your field are giving you something that just gives you strength and motivation to continue your battle. It's also a representation that people are seeing you in a way that's very strong and very graceful, very poised, which is of your nature. The woman in the Strength card is doing something very difficult or very demanding, but she's doing so in a graceful, all-knowing kind of infinite capacity, because she has like the infinity halo over her head. So there's something otherworldly, there's something stronger than the human condition coming to you, and through more platonic relationships, but at the same time, people are seeing you that way, even if you don't feel that way. So also do be aware of that. You might be portraying an image that is more strong than you're letting on. And that's not always a bad thing, but if you're expecting people to walk on eggshells or you're expecting people to understand where you're coming from, do be aware of the image of strength that you convey to others. Second week, Libras, 6 of Pentacles, you're down by the Empress reversed. That is codependent relationship all over it, you know? The Empress is all about relationships, the people that you magnetize in. It's reversed, so there's something you're feeling. You might feel like you're repelling people right now. People might feel like they're repelling you. There's something that is not coming together about relationships. With 6 of Pentacles pulling that up, it's coming out through the way that you compromise, through the way that you negotiate, or the way that you balance worldly problems. And that can be in the workplace or that can be in relationships. I feel more for you guys it's in relationships. You've got to establish a more consistent middle ground in who has power or who has control in the relationship, who has to be the all-knowing person. And I feel that in the second week of June, you see this at face value, and it's a time to calculate and a time to find a logical fix for this. Does the relationship need to end? Can the relationship go on? Can you establish a dialogue that communicates what you're going through, and doesn't ruin your authentic being by some kind of temper or some kind of convection of pain, if you know what I mean. Third week, Libras, King of Pentacles, rooted down by 4 of Wands. That's really good. Okay, that's really beautiful, actually. So you're making a big shift from the first half and the second half of June. So King of Pentacles, again, that's like an evolution, because you have Page of Pentacles here too. So you can get a promotion for the working class Libras. You can very easily get a promotion or a bonus in June, and you can change your circumstances. A lot of Libras might be upsizing. You might be getting the bigger house, the nicer car, and it's a supported time to do that, actually. But be careful of debt. Make sure that you're not assuming something that is really putting you in a stressful mindset to make ends meet. But a lot of you do have the means to at least make a small upward change to your surroundings or your lifestyle. Some of you might even be getting married in the third week of June, so congratulations. I know that June is a wedding month, so yeah, I see a lot of you getting married, and it seems very nice. For those of you who are actually having a wedding ceremony, I think that your relationship is in a good place. I think that it's beautiful. The wedding ceremony is going to be better than you could have imagined, having 4 of Wands. It could be very expensive, though, with King of Pentacles. Some of you are marrying up, so congratulations if that's something that you've wanted. I'm kind of being humorous, but you know, then you go into the fourth week, which is the moon rooted by 10 of Swords. So it seems like some of you go straight onto your honeymoon from being married and then are savagely murdered by your husband to your wife to be. And I don't know, my humor brain is not working. That's not going to happen, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm playing with you guys. There is something that has to do with lies and feeling betrayed in the fourth week. For those of you in the relationship, the new relationship, I don't necessarily feel like it's coming from that. Again, 10 of Swords comes from something that's been happening for a really long time. 10 of Swords is not sudden, and it's not acute. It is chronic and long-running. So the relationships which have been present for a very long time are biting you in the back or backstabbing. It seems like there could be an unhealthy gossip. Having the moon over that, some of you are going through a breakup in the 4th week. So we have Libras getting married, and we have Libras going through really harsh breakups. So, wow. My heart is with all of you Libras. And then some of you are just really involved in like a torrid love affair where one second you're like, oh, let's get married, and the next second you're like plotting each other's deaths, or about to kill each other. It's very up and down, although that can be exciting, I suppose. It's gonna be really rewarding to see you guys come to a more of a middle ground, though, and to see you guys come into a state of contentment versus needing either these really high ups or these really low downs. And that's what the High Priestess is kind of begging of you. It's like, what is this doing to your subconscious state? What is this doing to you at a deeper level, Libra? Having these really vivid, nice experiences, then all of a sudden having these really impetuous, difficult, staggering, low-down experiences, like dark and light. You have a lot of creativity and a lot of bonus solar plexus. Look at all of the yellow in your reading. Yellow in the tarot is representative of solar plexus, inspirational energy. And then you have just that contrast with the black of Ten of Swords and a slight bit in the High Priestess as well. So there's a darkness within your inspirational, assertive drive forward right now that you can overcome, okay? And you need to overcome it. Some of you are egoically attached to the difficult experiences, thinking that they're what are motivating you. It'll be good to detach from that this month, as I think that is your main challenge, is to detach from needing something to hold you down before you go up. Like, do you need a rock bottom just to spring off of it? Do you need the bad experience to, I don't know, make an extra $100,000 this year? I don't know. But sometimes I see Libras like that. If your life is boring, you feel like it's uneventful. Or, I mean, okay, yeah, if your life is easy, you feel like it's boring or uneventful, which is not the case. It would be nice for you guys to see something that is consistent in middle ground, and I do think that's what you actually want, but do just beware of a shadow part of you functioning that needs a difficult experience to thrive. So overall, it's going to be a month to remember. Having Strength, the Empress, the High Priestess, and the Moon and Ten of Swords, all at Four of Wands in your reading, all of those cards are very sensory stimulation related, except for the High Priestess and the Moon. But Ten of Swords, Four of Wands, Strength, the Empress, very sensory, very obvious, very memorable. So it's good to see you guys not being too stuck in grieving mode. You may at the end of the month need to have a bit of a good cry or a room to breathe. But overall, I just get an intuitive feeling that you guys are going to be okay and going to power through this. Once you realize that you don't need the difficult situation to move forward, you seem to be able to let go of it very easily. And that's what the Ten of Swords is all about. If you can let go easily, the Ten of Swords is easy. It's only hard when you can't let go. Anyway, I'm rooting for you guys. I love you guys. Short and simple reading. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that on this page. I would love to help you guys find a way to let go easier. It should be the center link. Also, you can check out your sun, moon, rising sign in the left-hand corner and subscribe to my channel in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm sending much love and light to you guys. I so appreciate your likes, comments, and shares, and I will see you guys in July. Much love. Bye.